my name is Carlos and today I'm checking out this Boden Metal NX by Strandberg. Just to be transparent, Strandberg did send me this guitar to demo. I'm not keeping it. They have no input in what goes in this video. And I do own a Strandberg guitar that I bought last year at full price. For context, I usually just play 6-string guitars. Obviously, since I own a different Strandberg, some of the features of this guitar are familiar to me, but this is the first time that I got to spend a couple of weeks with an 8-string. Some of the features of the guitar, obviously you get the Boden shape, it is headless, you get the EndurNeck, like on all Strandberg guitars. It is a multi-scale guitar. The longest string is 28 inches and the shortest is 26.5. The frets are stainless steel, which have a feel that I really like. And the pickups are Fishman Fluence Modern. The guitar comes with a kickback and a multi-tool that if you choose to, you can attach to the guitar with a magnet. So this specific guitar is a refurbished model, and I really can't tell what's supposed to be wrong with it. There's a very small area over here that looks like it could be slightly cleaner. So I'm assuming it's that. And you can buy the refurbished models from their website at a lower price. At least based on this instrument, I would really recommend that if you want to save some money. Because as I said, like, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't think that there was anything wrong with this guitar. So aesthetically, the guitar looks very what you would expect a metal guitar to look like. But actually in person, I think it's more charming than I thought it would be. So the body has this very matte gray finish, and the fretboard is made of Richlite, which is a synthetic material. It kind of looks like extremely black ebony, like the blackest you've ever seen. And I think it kind of matches the whole vibe of the guitar. Like it's almost like this like futuristic material. The finish on the body of the guitar looks great. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. Same thing with the fretwork. Everything is nice and smooth. And the setup on the guitar was great. Definitely the action is on the lower side, so you have to play slightly lighter if you don't want any fret buzz, but once you get used to it, it's really comfortable. I think the pickups were great on this guitar. I could see how some people might find the Fishman Fluence Modern too bright, but for the lower strings I find that clarity is really useful. Both volume and tone knobs are push-pull. With one of them you can switch between voice 1 and voice 2, and with the other one you can split the coils. Since this was the first time that I got to spend more time with an 8-string guitar, dialing the sound has been slightly challenging, but I'm really happy that it comes with those two voices because it gives you more options. And you can get some surprisingly good bass sounds too. Talking about bass, there's a whole debate online on if you're gonna play so low, why don't you just play bass? Or that when you're playing strings that are this thick, it feels like a bass. I personally don't think it does. For the better and for the worse. If you're expecting the tension and the sound that you would get with a bass, this is not gonna be it. But if you wanna play that low and still have the feeling that you're playing guitar, then this will probably be for you. Talking about the tension on the lowest string, I think really having the 28 scale, the lowest string I believe is an 84. I can't really imagine going thinner or shorter than this. I know there are a lot of 8-string guitars that are like that, but especially when you're doing drop E, I think this feels much better than any of the other options. With the scale length being 26.5 on the highest string, it does feel different than on a 6-string. Not necessarily worse, but you can tell there's a difference. Ergonomically, I think the neck feels great. I mean, it's obviously wider than a normal guitar, but I don't find it uncomfortable. The guitar is very light, the body's chambered, and I wish that you could get it without the chambering, because especially when you're sitting, when you're trying to play like this, the neck feels too heavy. So after playing like this for a while, I find my shoulder gets kind of tired because I'm constantly adjusting. So although on my other Strandberg, I really like playing sitting in this classical position, on this one I end up just playing like a regular guitar. That being said, when I'm using a strap, I don't feel like the neck dive is too pronounced. Talking about straps, because of where the strap button is, you're probably going to need a shorter strap than you're used to. So if you already like your straps very short, you're probably gonna have to look for a very short one. And because of where the input jack is, you have to use a straight cable. Now, of course, this is one of the new NX models, so you get a new nut. The neck joint is slightly different. I think the carve here also. The bridge has also been changed. The knobs are slightly different too, and the wood selection has also changed. And now instead of engraving the logo here, it is an inlay, which I'm really happy they changed, because on my guitar from last year, that was one of the very few things that I felt like could have looked better. Personally, all the improvements from the NX line, I feel like on paper they all seem very well thought out, and I can see them making a difference. However, if you found a good deal on one of the older models, I would probably just go for them. I don't think any of the new improvements are like life-changing. The kickback is also different on the new models. I like it. It does feel slightly tight for the guitar. Like when you take it in and out, you have to be careful not to just jam it into the zipper. So my overall experience with the guitar has been great. If you want an 8-string guitar, I can't really see how it could be much better than this, except maybe it could look a little bit more exciting. However, personally, I think it has helped me to realize that right now I don't really want an 8-string guitar. As I say, I also play bass. I feel like when I'm playing the lower strings, I want it to feel and I want it to sound like a bass, and it doesn't. And when I'm playing high, because it's slightly longer than a normal guitar, it also feels a little bit weird. So it kind of feels like you have to compromise a lot. If you don't need the range, I would look into just getting a really long baritone if you just want to be able to tune this low. But if you do need the range, like if you're going to be playing really low, but then sometimes you're going to be playing solos, or if you're somebody who's just going to treat the whole thing almost like a keyboard, or you're going to be tapping a lot, or you just want to play some huge chords, then yeah, I mean, I think you have a blast with this. And although I'm saying that right now, I don't feel like I need an 8-string guitar, I could see myself in the future having an idea for a band or for a project where I actually need this extra range, and then yeah, we'll probably go with the Strandberg. That's it for today. Thanks a lot again to Strandberg for sending me the guitar, and see you next time.